Hey lovelies, and welcome back to Reviews and Recaps. Today we're going to be talking about Melody Shari and Carlos King getting dragged by a content creator. If you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and also that bell button right next to it so you know every single time that I post. And everyone, please go ahead and hit that like button, hit that share button, and also don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Now, let's get into it. So I was minding my business, doing what I do, just scrolling through YouTube, trying to figure out like what to watch because I was so tired, not feeling too well. So I was like, girl, let me watch something. Next thing, I saw that Empress Radio had posted a video. I was like, all right, let me click on it. Then I was like, yo, what is going on? So that's what I actually wanted to talk to you guys about today. So apparently there's a content creator, I'm not going to share her name, but I'm sure you guys already know who it is or may have heard about it. So what I want to talk to you guys about is what this content creator said, my opinion about what was said, and then I want to hear what you think about what it is that this content creator had to say about Melody, Carlos King, and Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay, so this content creator shared a group picture. So you know the cast picture of Love and Marriage Huntsville. And she, well, basically all the couples were in arms and Melody was not in the picture, right? She then started to go in on the Melometers and saying that Melody and her fans are the worst. And she started talking about the fans attack people, dox people that say anything bad about Melody Shari. Now, I want to just cover that first before I move on to the other things that she said. My question is, where is she getting this from? I know they say the fans attack. All I've seen the fans do are defend Melody from people who are attacking Melody. I've never, so far, seen any fans in my comment section or other content creators' comment sections attacking people that did not attack Mel to begin with. Now, I may be wrong. I'm just talking about my personal experience. What I've noticed is a lot of people say, oh, the Melometers attack them and all that kind of stuff. But then when you see what they said to begin with, you're like, all they're doing is responding to the nonsense that you were saying. You came with the vicious energy and they are reciprocating that energy, and now you want to cry wolf and be upset. I personally have not seen anyone dox anyone. Any Melometers dox anyone. That is what I would say. I've never seen it before. I've never seen it happen before. And so I cannot really speak on the validity of that. What I will say is I feel like there is such a push for people who want to blame the Melometers for everything. Maybe the people that are trying to dox you have nothing to do with the Melometers. Maybe they have nothing to do with Melody Shari. It's just an assumption that you guys have, in my opinion, right? Because like I said, I have not experienced that. Now, I don't want to minimize or invalidate anyone else's experience. So I'm going to say if you are a content creator or not even a content creator, and you felt that you did not say anything and Melometers attacked you, let me know in the comment section below. Because from my experience, I have never seen a Melometer attack anyone who has not said anything bad about Melody. So for instance, like if I use my comment section as an example, right? When I have a comment section where someone says something wild about Melody, I would usually get people who would respond to that comment and talk or respond to whoever and whatever it is that person has said. Now, usually it can be quite respectful. Sometimes it's a little bit on the pow side, but it's usually based on the energy that person gives to begin with. I've never seen anybody just suddenly begin attacking someone without saying anything negative or derogatory towards Melody Shari. That is all I can say in my experience. But let me know what you guys think about that. I just feel like it's convenient that Melometers are constantly getting blamed for things that have nothing to do with them. Like, it's just weird. It's like now everything that happens, oh, it's a Melometer. Oh, it's Melody's fans. Like, stop giving her fans a bad rep. And this is what I feel like they do to like people who have loyal fan base. Like think about people like Nicki Minaj. People are so quick to call the Barb's names and say they always go too far. Now, am I saying that there won't be certain people within that group that may go too far? Yes, but then that shouldn't define the whole community of people. Even if for argument's sake a melometer did that, right? Now guys, I'm not saying a melometer did this, please just try and follow what I'm saying. Even if for argument's sake, to play angel's advocate, because I ain't never going to be a devil's advocate, to play angel's advocate, right? Let's even assume a melometer did that. That is 1 or 2 melometers out of the group of community of women who are supportive, who stan Melody Shari. So, like, let's quantify things and put things in its proper place. There's no reason to be going that far and be like, oh, the fan base of this, they're the worst. No. How can the fan base that are the worst are the people that are supporting the show? How can the fan base that are worst be the people that are supporting Melody Shari's business? The only reason you feel they are the worst is because they are not supporting your thing and whatever it is you have going on. Now, this is my opinion. Also, apparently she was saying that the fans are going to people's businesses, finding out where they live, trying to get them fired. Here's the thing. This is the thing I've heard a lot of people say about Love and Marriage Huntsville. Love and Marriage Huntsville have fans that are spirited, that are passionate. It has nothing to do with specifically Melody Shari. It is fans that are passionate about what it is that they are being shown. The fans have the right to say who they want to see on a show and who they do not want to see on a show. If we think Real Housewives of Atlanta, for instance, how many times were people in the comments talking about they don't want to see Candy on the show, they don't want to see Marlo on the show, Marlo's gotta go. A lot of people were saying it wherever I needed to be said that they didn't want these people on the show. Imagine these people were coming out to say, oh no, it is this person's fans that is stopping it. Nobody cares. Whoever it is that is saying what is being said, fans are allowed to express themselves. Now, of course, you all know I'm very respectful on this channel. I try not to call people names. I try not to go out for anybody. And I try to keep it respectful in the comment section. But what I'm saying is, yes, people have the right to communicate, of course, respectfully, how they feel about certain cast members. The whole thing is, a show will not be successful if people are not passionate about the show. That's just the reality of it. Everyone just needs to stop blaming Melody's fan base and think, oh wow, we have fans that are passionate about the show. Simple. Even Carlos King has said before that he loves how the fans are passionate about the show. So which is it? This content creator also said she felt like it was Carlos's fault as he was busy trying to be the next Andy Cohen, and didn't reel Melody's fan base in. Now, I will say this. She may not be entirely wrong about this Andy Cohen thing, right? Because I feel like he's out here covering Bravo shows, hanging with Bravo celebrities, when he should be a little bit more focused on what he got going on. This is just my opinion. But then I also don't knock someone who wants to make money and expand his empire. Absolutely do that, but don't do it at the expense of something that you are building. Now, the question I have for her is, how exactly was she thinking that Carlos King would be able to reel in Melody's fan base? How would she go about it if she wanted to do it? Because I don't think that the fan base can be reeled in by Carlos King. I'm sorry, what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Oh, Melometer ceasefire. Like, you ain't got no right to tell people to cease fire. Like, that's not gonna work, is it? And either way, I feel like now people have lost respect for Carlos King. At least most Melometers have lost respect. Maybe I shouldn't say most and just say some Melometers have lost respect for Carlos King. So if he was even trying to reel in the fan base, that is not gonna happen. Even if he was trying to do that. She also said that Carlos King allowed Melody to work with the bloggers behind the scenes, give them information, and then allow her fans to attack other bloggers. Now, I really want to break this down so that like we can all get an understanding. And I can tell you my perspective on this issue. Now, first things first, there is no proof that Melody was working with any of these bloggers behind the scenes. If the proof existed, it would have come out already. The way people like to leak things, oh, exposed, don't you think people would relish the opportunity to, in quotation marks, expose Melody Shari? A lot of bloggers would love it. Even the ones that are sort of right now standing like they are Melometers, if that came to their doorstep, they would probably try to expose just to get some views and make more money. So the fact that that has not come out makes me feel like that does not exist. For the sake of arguments, let's assume Angel's Advocates, it does exist, right? Let's be honest. If, like you said, Carlos allowed it, which means that it was authorized, which means from a publicity perspective, that is what has been done. If we are to believe what she is saying to be true, then that means Melody was doing the work of the production. She is a producer at the end of the day, right? So, of course, it's her job, part of her job, to ensure the success of the show, which could also mean reaching out to bloggers, reaching out to get news, get the information out here about the show. What's the problem with that? So either way, either side, it still does not implicate Melody Shari in any way. This is just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. You guys know you're allowed to disagree on this channel, so let me know what you guys think. We have not finished, because she said a lot of things, guys. She said a lot of things, so make sure you watch until the end. The part I wanted to focus on then is Carlos allowed Melody to work with bloggers and allow her fans to attack other bloggers. Now, Melody does not control anyone. Like, let's just say this, put it out there. Melody does not control anyone. How do you think that Melody would say to people, oh, attack other bloggers? Does that make sense to you? Right? Like, allowed. How do you allow people to attack other people? Do you think Melody is out here in these YouTube streets knowing every single thing that is happening? That woman has businesses to run. She ain't fully in the YouTube streets with all of us. Like, at the end of the day, we are doing this because we love it and for business purposes, right? She's out here doing her business. That ain't got nothing to do with the content creators and the blogger space. So I personally, in my opinion, think saying that she's allowing her fans to attack other bloggers is a bit of a reach, in my opinion. That's just what I'm going to say on that. She also then talked about the fact that Bravo would never allow that. And once they find out their cast are talking to bloggers, they'll put a stop to it. Now, if that is the case, that is Bravo. Maybe the same rules do not apply to OWN because OWN is a smaller network and they need the publicity. Now, this is just me playing Angel's Advocate here, right? Like, let's just assume that what she's saying is in fact true, right? At the end of the day, we need more publicity for the show. Publicity. So I don't understand either way, it still doesn't make much of a difference. And that's Bravo here is OWN, completely two different networks. It is what it is. Now, she did say that Love and Marriage Huntsville and all of Carlos's shows are sinking ships, and if you support the shows and Melody, you are an idiot. Now, I personally think this woman has a personal vendetta against Melody because I don't understand how you call people that support shows made by Carlos King and then say, and Melody, you're an idiot. Does that make sense to you? Like, why is Melody brought up? Now, what you said about the shows being sinking ships, I can understand because unless, I don't even want to call it a sinking ship, I want to say it is something where they need to recalibrate so that it doesn't sink. I don't believe that it's a sinking ship. I think that they just need to do certain things to prevent it from sinking. My personal opinion, right? I think these are really, really good things, shows and ideas that could be tweaked. If they are tweaked and navigated in the right way, they would be outstanding. This is my opinion on that, right? But then if she even says, okay, don't support the shows, and I can understand feeling like don't support Carlos King's shows because of some of them have the opportunity to be toxic, and the environment in which they are created allegedly could be toxic. So I can understand her saying that. But then to say that if you support the shows and Melody, you're an idiot, why are you name calling? What is the purpose of that? Why do you feel that it's okay to call people names for loving a show? That's like me saying, like, I know some people in the comment section, right? When I post stuff about Love and Marriage Huntsville saying, don't show this, we don't want to hear it, all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, okay, that's your perspective, right? If one of them then called me an idiot for covering these shows, I would be like, what? How did I get in it? Like, what's that got to do with me? Like, if I love the shows and I want to talk about the shows, you either want to watch it or you don't want to watch it. If you don't want to watch it, you can keep going. It's not a problem. But why do you then have to name call just because you want to be on? It doesn't make any sense to me. Now, she did say one thing that I thought, okay, I stand that. I think you're right. I agree with you on this one. She said Melody is a great businesswoman. I'm like, you got that right. You're right. She is an amazing businesswoman. And she talks about that's why she's pivoting, because she knows this is probably the last season of the show. Now, this may be true. Who knows? She talks about the show is boring. I wouldn't go as far as saying the show is boring. In my personal opinion, I don't find the show boring. However, I will say that they need to tweak things. It got very repetitive last season, and I did not really like last season as much. I think they need to tweak certain things if they want to bring us the show that we absolutely love. Now, she did also say that Melody only cares about being cheated on. That is absolutely not true. That woman does not care about being cheated on. I don't know what woman who got cheated on that would care about being cheated on. At some point, you want to move on from that and show other things, other parts of your life. She also said that Melometers are all the same. All they want to talk about is their divorces and their pain. It's time to get over it. Wonderful. It seems like you know so much about a Melometer. Like, the way you're coming across will think that you're a Melometer yourself in hiding. Because, like, how do you know about people wanting to talk about their divorces and their pain? The truth of the matter is, when I see Melometers, they're bigging themselves up. They're bigging Melody up, bigging themselves up on the shows. The amount of community that I get in the comment section is so beautiful. I love to read what you guys are saying. Melometers, I love to read what, like, it's a community. And so when people say things like, oh, it's all about pain and divorce, that is so far from the truth. And I wish, like, you would remove the veil on your eyes and see what it is, which is the truth. Anyway, that's all I have to talk to you guys about. I could go on and on about this, but I didn't want the video to be too long. So that's it, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button, share, and leave a comment in the comment section below. I want to know what you guys think. Let's continue the conversation in the chat, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you. Bye.